very close to the mic. Ah, come see daddy. Good? Yes! Hey guys, salut, this is Alex. Hiya! And today we are making a cheese soufflé. So a soufflé is an egg-based baked dish which comes originally from France. So nothing very unexpected so far. The only thing that makes the soufflé rise is the egg white. No yeast, no baking powder, no baking soda. So to be truly honest, everybody's a little afraid of this recipe. I mean, even the French people, they are totally terrified about making a cheese soufflé. No valid reason behind it. It's not complicated at all as long as you follow my recipe, of course, and also my tips, my cheats, and my twists. My tips, tips, my cheats, and my twists. Everything is gonna be fine. First off, brush a few molds with butter. Cheats. You don't have to use a soufflé mold to make a soufflé. This is not a soufflé mold. This is not a soufflé mold either. I mean, you can make soufflé in almost anything. You can make a soufflé in this mug too. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I said that's better. Place them in the fridge for the butter to set. So soufflé is built around two things. First off, a creamy base and then a nice foam, usually just egg white. We'll keep that for later. Let's focus on the creamy base. And in our case, a bechamel sauce. Mystery food of the universe. So do not freak out. A bechamel sauce is just a simple white sauce made with butter, flour and milk, and that's all. So first off a soufflé, then a bechamel, then what else? A bain-marie? There is a bain-marie. So place a saucepan over medium-low heat. Add 3 tablespoons of butter and let them melt. When the butter is totally melted, add 3 tablespoons of flour. You see, that's easy. 3 tablespoons butter, 3 tablespoons flour. Mix it nicely. Then gradually add a pint of milk. Do not stop stirring, otherwise it might burn. As soon as you reach a simmer, just take it off the heat. Season it with salt and pepper, and if you have some, a bit of nutmeg. And that is a bechamel sauce. You see, there is nothing complicated in this sauce. Cheats! So here's my favorite cheats in this recipe. I like to make my bechamel sauce, but I reckon it can be a pain sometimes if you don't have any time. In this case, you just go and buy some at the supermarket. It's easy. I can read your mind, and sadly no, they do not sell egg whites in firm picks at the supermarket. Gradually add 3 egg yolks. Now add a handful of grated cheese. Stir nicely to combine everything together. Twist. If you want to twist this recipe, that would be the perfect time. That creamy base can be pimped with spices, for example, like turmeric, a smoked paprika, cumin, for example. Also, you can add some finely chopped herbs like chive or parsley or coriander. Right, the sauce is ready. It's thick, it's silky, and it's smooth. Let's move on to the egg whites. Tip! There is absolutely no way that your egg whites are gonna foam if there is just a tiny bit of fat in it. Like for example, just a bit of egg yolks. So to be on the extra safe side, I usually clean my already clean bowl with a kitchen paper and a squeeze of lemon. Drop 4 egg whites in the bowl of a food processor along with a bit of salt and a drizzle of lemon. Whisk it on low first and then increase the speed. We are looking for a firm texture. So we have the creamy base, the cheesy and savory base, and we also have the airy and fluffy egg whites. So now let's combine those together. First off, take a small amount of the egg whites and combine this with the creamy base. Now take this new base and pour it gently and slowly over the egg whites. You won't give it a mix, you will give it a fold. It's not exactly the same. When you fold a mixture, you just take the bottom and place it on top. Turn, take the bottom, place it on top. So at the end you should get a fluffy and airy mixture which will be the batter for our soufflé. Tips! A soufflé is all about the rice, so to be extra sure that the soufflé won't get stuck into his mold, we gotta coat the mold 3 times. Butter, butter, flour. So get the mold out of the fridge and brush them with butter a second time. Then coat them with flour and tap off the excess. Fill them up with the soufflé batter up to 3/4. Now sprinkle some finely grated cheese on top. Tip number 3. Doesn't look much, but sprinkling some cheese is gonna make a massive difference. The cheese on top is gonna melt and then create a waterproof and airproof barrier which will prevent the air inside the steam from getting outside. So it will push and then the top is going up and then push and then the top is going up and then you'll get a wonderful soufflé. Now place those in a preheated oven at 180 Celsius or 360 Fahrenheit for about 20 minutes up to 30 minutes, depending on the size of the mold you have chosen. You want your soufflé to go high, like really high, like maybe a bit too much high. Nobody cares if they break up. I mean, there is no point in making a soufflé if you don't want to brag about it. No, come on, it's nothing. It's nothing. It's just a soufflé. You never seen a soufflé before? A soufflé this big? A soufflé this big? Tip number 3. You can't open the oven door while the soufflé are baking in it. Otherwise, they will just crumble. I tried it in the past. I mean, that's normal. As soon as someone tells me you can't open the oven door, so I guess if you want to see your soufflé collapse too, then you just have to open the door. I mean, I'm not the police, you do whatever you like. So at the end, get them out of the oven and serve them immediately. And by immediately, I mean you have a time frame of 5 minutes tops. Afterwards, the soufflé is gonna collapse and there is nothing you can do about it. Nothing. The texture of a soufflé is really something to remember. It's soft, it's light, it's fluffy, it's almost cloudy. It's like biting into nothing but flavors. So guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this simple soufflé recipe because yes, this is a simple soufflé recipe. Nothing is complicated as long as you follow these little steps. Okay, there are a few steps in this recipe, but first off, you don't have to make it every day. You just have to make it once, just once, to feel all the confidence that every cook needs. Guys, I love to hear about you, so feel free to leave a comment down below. And also, if you post a picture of your soufflé, if you are fast enough, of course, on Twitter, on Instagram, or on Facebook, please tag me in because I would love to see. Subscribe to the channel for more delicious and adventurous recipes. Bye bye, salut!